Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Last week, a few miles from my place in Chicago, Sheridan Gorman, an 18-year-old student at Loyola University, was tragically murdered. My heart goes out to her family, friends, and faculty and students at Loyola who are literally grieving this loss of Sheridan today. Jose Medina, a Venezuelan national who arrived in the United States in 2023, has been charged with her murder. Medina was arrested in 2023 for shoplifting. He did not appear for his hearing, so a bench warrant was issued for his arrest. This information was available to the federal government, but Medina was not detained by ICE during the Biden administration or the Trump administration. This committee is the right place to have a serious bipartisan conversation about how to prevent further tragedies like this. I'm sorry that the Department of Homeland Security and some Republican members of this committee have decided this is going to be a political free-for-all. Our broken immigration system is in desperate need of bipartisan reform. We need order at our border. I've said this repeatedly, I'll say it again. We should never knowingly allow a dangerous person to come into this country. If someone is in this country seeking citizenship or legal status and commits a serious crime, they should be deported immediately. Let's start there. Is that a good bipartisan start? I hope so. President Trump campaigned on the promise that he would go after the worst of the worst, the rapists, murderers, terrorists, criminally insane, and other dangerous individuals. What does the record show for his ICE efforts to date? 6 out of the 7 people who have been detained, arrested, some deported, were not violent criminals at all. They had virtually no criminal record. Frankly, they were in a situation where there was no reason to stop them. 6 out of 7. So much for the accuracy of ICE's effort. The reality is that neither the Democrat or Republican administrations have delivered on promises made. And President Trump's reckless mass deportation campaign has not made us safer. Congress needs to step up and do our job, fix our broken immigration system. Some of the speeches you've already heard in this room were given by individuals who'd had a chance to vote for bipartisan comprehensive immigration reform and voted no. For years, I worked on a bipartisan basis. There were 8 of us 12 years ago, led by Senator John McCain, Chuck Schumer, myself, Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, some familiar names. We worked for months to put together a comprehensive plan, and we prepared it and submitted it in 2013 to the Congress. What did it do, this bipartisan plan? It secured our border with more resources than ever so that dangerous individuals couldn't enter our country. It required strict vetting and tracking of all legal immigrants when they entered. Now listen to this. It required all undocumented immigrants to register with the government and pass a background check. Those who posed any threat would be subject to deportation. Others would pay a fine and taxes, go to the back of the line behind legal immigrants, and work towards citizenship over time. That bill passed the United States Senate with over 60 votes. Unfortunately, the Republican House of Representatives refused to even consider it. They didn't bring it up for a debate or discussion. We need to try again. We can continue to have these hearings and end up with nothing other than political rhetoric. Sadly, even our best efforts on a bipartisan basis won't bring back the victims like Sheridan. But we can honor their memory by absolutely working together in a good faith effort to prevent the tragedies like this in the future. I'm ready to try again.